I've got a friend who's a billionaire, and he is in those circles. And when I went to his house and had lunch with him one day, he knows lots of people in AI, building the biggest AI companies in the world. And he gave me a cautionary warning across his kitchen table in London, where he gave me an insight into the private conversations these people have, not the media interviews they do where they talk about safety and all these things, but actually what some of these individuals think is going to happen.
And what do they think is going to happen?
It's not what they say publicly.
No.
You know, one person who I shouldn't name, who's leading one of the biggest AI companies in the world, he told me that he knows this person very well, and he privately thinks that we're heading towards this kind of dystopian world where we have just huge amounts of free time, we don't work anymore, and this person doesn't really give a fuck about the harm that it's going to have on the world. And this person, who I'm referring to, is building one of the biggest AI companies in the world. And I then watch this person's interviews online.
Trying to figure out which of three people it is.
Yeah, well, it's one of those three people.
Okay.
And I watch this person's interviews online, and I reflect on the conversation that my billionaire friend had with me, who knows him. And I go, fucking hell, this guy's lying publicly. Like, he's not telling the truth to the world.
What's up? How y'all doing? We back once again, always keeping our foot on that gas. If y'all hear the kids in the background, excuse them, but I'm actually at the park. Once again, vibing with the power, with the other living things out here, giving me their power. And I'm listening to their sounds, but staying high vibrational, always staying positive, and you know, keeping that circle very small and paying attention who you give your attention off to, because every time, you know, you get drained, you're going to have to come out here and regain your power. Always. But I always have, and one thing too, I know y'all like, oh, so Rico, what, you ain't saying energy no more? You know, I know this word energy became popular, but I always love the word power though. Like just power. But never really put it into practice though. But that's what we'll be going with from now on. But anyway, I hope y'all doing good. I hope y'all feeling very good. And, you know, I don't know what career you work. I don't know what job you work, you know, what you do for a living. Even if you have a passion for anything or not, you know, a lot of people don't have a purpose. A whole lot of people don't have a purpose. And as you can see, it's out of 3, maybe even more, but I would most definitely say Sam Altman, Elon Musk, or I forgot his name. It's another shit, him, old boy himself. But you heard what he said, right? You heard what he said. I actually had someone argue with me, talking about there will always be a sense of humanity to always want to have man in the loop. And as we can see, the people that's running this shit are the top 3, maybe top 4. They do not care about what's going to happen to humanity. I even had my cousin argue with me up and down because, you know, he do something in the medical field, right? But he think, you know, I was like, hey, for a good amount of period, there will be, you know, an option to have humans in the loop still. But as fast as we adapt to shit, humans are going to get phased out. I'm sorry. And a lot of people don't want to accept that. And he argued me up and down because he's going to school for this. And about time he graduate, there's most definitely can be a humanoid robot in his field that's going to replace him before he can even get stabilized in his career. And a lot of people they're starting to see the light. You know, they are starting to see the light, but a lot is still in denial. Wow. that breeze feels amazing up here. This is where we at though, chilling. But a lot of people is in ultimate denial about what's going on in their reality. And the people that's running this artificial intelligence stuff clearly don't give a shit what's going to happen to humanity. I done had two people argue me down with this. And I'm like, hey, y'all obviously don't understand how people become mentally lazy, how artificial intelligence is already mentally hijacking people's minds already. And now we got the Tesla taxi out in Texas, you know, coming from the Gigafactory, rolling around and shit, and people getting their updates with their the Tesla cars that they already have right now. So it's getting very interesting. And some people, you know, some people is still like, why don't we just cut it off? To me personally, in the background, there is no humans running this at all. It's AI. And we already at a soft, there we go. I had to think about it for a second. A soft singularity with artificial intelligence. And there's starting to be more videos starting to come out of Amazon. It's continued to roll out these robots. So now Amazon fits to have a electric van with a humanoid coming out. It looks something sort of like Digit that's in some of their warehouses right now. I know they got some out there in Atlanta and I think another location. I'm not sure, but probably about time this video come out, or you know, about time I'm doing this today. Shit, there's many of warehouses out there, but people in Amazon literally just there just to be training robots, clearly. And hey, that's just the way it's going. And a lot of people is going to have to make the shift to, you know, see if they want to make this switch or not, you know, this pivot in their career. Because hey, they giving people this due date, right? Well, I wouldn't even say a due date. They keep telling people, talk about, you know, artificial intelligence is going to make new jobs. And maybe that's something just to tell the people so they can, you know, so it can be a much softer shift, because things are moving so fast and they can't keep up. There's no one regulating this stuff at all. And the people that even write the laws, you know, people at the board, you know, government, they even look into the big AI tech giants about how can we write laws around what's going on, because even they're scared themselves. And I don't blame them though, because hey, what's going on right now, nobody can control it. No one. And the tech giants is what's going to rule everything. It's always going to be a corporation. And it's most definitely going to be a corporation with artificial intelligence. Y'all hear them? They sounded real nice, right? Real nice. But they don't care, dude. They do not care. That little clip shows they really don't care about humanity. And I know a lot of people don't want to accept that because they like, you know, it's going to, you know, they got this doomsday scenario, which they do put in the movies. And hey, we see how it goes when it comes to these movies. It's always a bad outcome. And to me, there's no movie, it's an underrated movie too, you know, it didn't even get a lot of praise, but watch Terminator 3, not Terminator 2, watch Terminator 3, and artificial intelligence is already at play. And what happens? They give AI control of our nuclear missiles, the military itself. But they got a lot of people, they most definitely have a lot of people distracted right now. And, you know, bringing the National Guard out, bringing the Marines out, and to guard this, you know, federal building. Let me get a good spot. There we go. I ain't trying to sit on no shirt, but to guard this, you know, to guard these two federal buildings. And all the people that's, man, they are most definitely singing. They happy to see a boy. The vibration is high today. And it's gorgeous. It's always gorgeous out here, no matter what. But everybody that's out there, you know, that was in the streets and continue to be in the streets, they are using face recognition, artificial intelligence to track every single person. You got this new ID. They haven't forced it on people yet, but it's going to be to a point to where you're going to have no choice at all but to transfer to the new ID. And I'm pretty sure 2 patients of the Neuralink, maybe 3, but as that continue to become more popular, you're going to start to see people that's normal with no disability want that Neuralink chip because they want to be able to control their internet devices with their brain. When that starts to become relatively available to people and become cheap, you're going to see different type of things happen like you never seen before. And with this Tesla taxi that's about to, man, that's about to change the car industry. Ford, Jeep, Chevy doing good, but a lot of car companies is doing bad right now. Subaru, the WRX dropped to 14% in sales. 14%. What type of crazy shit is that? 14%? That's wild, right? But a lot of people is ignoring what's going on. And with this war that we're in, hey, check this house out right here. Hold up, look at the land that he got. 240 Civic Si right there. I had me a DBXL track, dirt bike track, all type of tracks over here, and shit, a whole nother house on the other side. It's a lot of room. I think due to a retired military vet, something like that. And you know, he got his kids there, got the 240 SX over there working on. They car guys too. But yeah, a lot of people don't want to accept what's going on. And I understand, you know, hey, a lot of people gotta feed themselves, you know. If you're working a 9 to 5, that's cool, do your thing, you know. Feed yourself, but don't make that your all or be all, because we all know that company don't care about you whatsoever. So you just, I don't know, you're gonna have to find your purpose at all costs, no matter what. That's what I would say. That's what I'm doing. That's what I do every single day. But look at the pony. Y'all see him? Let's get a closer look at him. See if he moves. What's up, bud? How you doing? How you doing, buddy? You good? You nice looking too. Yeah, you are. I wouldn't touch you at all, you know. You might try to bite my finger off. This is the first time I didn't actually seen him up close. I seen him from afar. But to see him up close though, he's pretty dope. I said a female? No, it's a male. What's up, bud? Look at your big eyes. You so fresh. So you know the vibes, huh? You know the vibes. You know a high vibrational being when you see it, don't you? Huh, buddy? Say you know the vibes, huh? Yeah, you know the vibes. Yeah, you are alive. I'm alive too, man. I'm most definitely alive too, bud. Just like you. I'll catch you later. That was pretty dope. But hey, I'm about to get out this heat. You know, got my little minutes of, you know, this beautiful thing, whatever it is, that give off this bright light, but y'all know it as the sun. And finna get my edit on, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Be high vibrational, stay loving, rate, comment, sub, and you already know the Cash App is in the description if you put your boy that way. And that's this breeze. Hits me and I inhale this prana. Hey, always stay loving, and you already know, always push the light no matter what. Rate, comment, sub, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm out.